2 out of both on the leg side, deep mid wicket and long on. Travaskis bowls, and there is Monroe unleashing for the first time, gets 4 runs. He's blazed it past the diving Michael Jones at mid-off. Gets the first runs on the board of the evening, 4 for Colin Monroe. Gave that a nice meaty thwack down the ground. Knots are up and running, and Sue Redfern just asks to inspect the ball just in case there's any damage. Travaskis in again off just a couple of paces. Balls again to Montgomery. That's short, that's pulled away. There'll be at least a couple here. It might go all the way. In fact, it has gone all the way. So very decent first 4 balls, which saw Joe Clark disappear. But the last 2 balls both pulled to the fence, and Notts are 8 for 1 at the end of the first over. Bowled by Travaskis. Joe Clark out for 0.
Well, he'll be very frustrated about that. 4 fantastic balls, getting the big wicket of Joe Clark and then letting it slip there.
Competition at Edgbaston in 2019. Notts needed 1 off the final ball, and Wayne Parnell bowled a dot. Glover got away with it. Halfway through the third over, 15 for 1, and Hales this time goes downtown. He's hit this one almost into Bridgeford 10, centre for 6. Huge blow. Sue Redfern raises her arms aloft. That's a mighty blow for Alex Hales, and that's his first 6 of the evening. And the reason I've mentioned that, he is now 1 behind Luke Wright in the list. Hales, who's on 14. Oh, and he's now on 18 because he's got a top edge off the shoulder of the bat. It flew past Robinson and away down to the long stop fence for 4. Little luckies. This is his lucky bat, Kyle.
It must be, as that's nicked away past the keeper standing up to the stumps, and no chance
to say this, but Notts have had the wood over Durham the last few years. They've won 7 in a row now. So it must be Durham's turn, as they say, as Monroe plays a textbook straight drive for 4 past the bowler. That is glorious batting from Colin Monroe, and the more I see of this former Kiwi international, the more I like. Lovely shot.
Beautiful shot. Little shimmy down the wicket.
Hales is on 19 from 13. Rainfall. Little surprised that Durham brought the fielders in off the offside, because as I mentioned earlier, that's one of his favourite target areas. And if you just drop it short, he is going to either cut you through points or lift you over extra cover. But either way, expect for a Friday night local derby or a match of some significance, as Hales drives this through the offside in terms of being a knockout. Of course, it's hugely significant, but what I'm trying to say is there's plenty of space if you're local and want to come along. Decent enough shot from Alex Hales there. Takes Notts to 49 for 1 at the end of 5 overs. There was Joe Clark, just second ball.
Does the fielding, that is the...
To move along really nicely as Wayne Parnell continues.
Hales is on 28. As Parnell comes round the wicket to him, he's pulled this away, over, deep backward square, and 1 bounce 4. Just for a second, I thought it was a little bit close to the fielder. Now it's on the ropes in front of the Smith Cooper stand away on the Bridgeford Road side of Trent Bridge, but it was comfortably away from him and safe. And 4 more to Colin Monroe, who's hammered this down the ground, right back over the bowler's head for 6, into the Ratcliffe Road stand. That's a fine shot from Colin Monroe, who kind of just stood there and went, biff, have that, straight over the bowler's head and 6.
Stand and deliver. Lovely shot. Once again, Parnell over pitching, and Colin Monroe saying, thank you very much. I'll have me some of that, and that flies away for 6 runs.
Monroe on to 25. Turned into a very good power play in the end for Notts, as Parnell is in again, and Monroe just cuts this one down beautifully through a wide third and away for another 4.
Well, he's not all about power, is he, Colin?
That's a great shot. And that is the end of the power play. And Notts end it on 65 for 1, with Monroe moving on to 29. Hales has 33. And that was a very expensive over from Clark. And Clark and Munro then took over. It's Brandon Glover who's coming back on, and this is steered again, just as Munro did from the last ball of the previous over. This is steered down. And Clark and Munro then took over. It's Brandon Glover who's coming back on, and this is steered again, just as Munro did from the... There is Glover to continue to Colin Munro, who's pulled this round off his hip for 4. Through deep backward square. Ben Rain was the closest to it. They actually got 4 men, Durham out on the ropes on the leg side, and none of them could get anywhere near it. Rain was the closest to it, but it was beautifully steered against ball of the 7th over. In comes Glover to ball to Munro. That's 6. That's 6 from the moment it left his back. Over square leg, he just picked it up off his toes and deposited it in front of the William Clark stand for 6 more. Great shot from Colin Munro, and that is apart from a couple of balls in the middle of it, that's very...
Munro will be eyeing that up as Sauter continues to Hales and
down the pitch, but that might be close to Turner, and he is... I think Turner has caught that. Yes, he has. It was just down in front of us, and he was diving forward, and it needed him to stand up and start celebrating before we had confirmation. And he had to dive forward. He didn't hit it fully, Alex Hales, and just for a moment I thought it might fall short of Turner, but he's taken a good catch, diving forward.
Really good diving forward catch there off the bowling of Nathan Sauter.
Durham, 83 for 2. Sauter in again, full toss as Montgomery leans forward and sweeps this round to square leg. There's a misfield and it goes through for 4. Those are not moments that Durham will want to see back again.
I'll tell you what, there is nothing more frustrating to a bowler than when you bowled a really nice over, you just want to get out of it better.
Rain in to him, and he's just reversed this, just opened the face of the bat and guided it away down in front of us in the Radcliffe Road stand for 4. Fielder's no chance. Bowler looks perplexed. That's one of those which as a bowler you just think, what are you supposed to do?
If that's not a shot of a man in form, then I don't know what is. 3rd man up to Matthew Montgomery.
Here is Sauter. Over the wicket, Montgomery tries reverse sweep, and he's out. LBW, he's gone. He is, he's run and completed his single before I think he's even Sauter. And this time, he's not managed to get any bat on it. And he's caught on the toe, pretty much plumb in front.
Sweep that he does usually play very well, but it is his...
Just 9 apiece. Taken 2 more already in this innings. Balls to Munro, drives down the ground, should be cut off and is up athletically, but it's run away from the fielder who's down below us. It's Michael Jones, and straight away the fielder who's run round to him, Ashton Turner, is signalling that he needs some attention. Jones has got up holding his shoulder. No, he says I'm okay. I'm okay. Made of strong stuff is Michael Jones.
I think he's bowled many leggies to Colin as he continues.
He's in now, and Munro just slams it down the ground, and it will be caught by Turner, and is a little bit of a waste of a wicket there. Munro putting his foot to the floor and really trying to hammer that as hard as he could, and it only flew about 6 feet high. A good catch, the man from Subiaco in Western Australia, the same place that Adam Bowe just came from. Comfortable catch, and Munro is row.
Tom Moores now comes to the crease.
Resembling this so far as Patel slams this one away for 4 through wide-ish mid-wicket. I guess that was just all about making sure it didn't drift down the leg side, and which forgot all about his length. Just bowled a fairly gentle half-tracker that Patel pulled away for 4. So a point position. 3 of them either just in front or behind square. Now Patel gets hold of it and drags it towards deep mid-wicket, and that will go for 4. Roar of the crowd, who've been unusually a little subdued of late. Do like to come along and watch Alex Hales and Joe Clark blasting the ball over the boundaries, and they've quite taken to Colin Munro as well this season, and when they
already has the wickets of Hales, Munro and Montgomery in his pocket. Bowls, and this is crunched away over the man at a sort of wide-ish long on for 6 from Tom Moores, and Sauter just 15th over. Sauter in again. And this is crunched down the ground by Moores, but this time it's straight to Turner, who takes another catch, and Souter's got his fourth. Moores is gone for 15, and Notts are 150 for 5. And again, Nathan Souter works the magic with the ball, and for the third time, the combination of
150 for 5 now after 6.
The tournament so far. See how they go in that department later on. Here's Deleda again, and he's bowled to Samit Patel, who's chopped onto his stumps. Patel is gone. It's another wicket for Durham. 153 for 6 outside the off stump. Patel
To move things along, unfortunately, Baz Deleda has cleaned them up here via a chop on.
He can whack it when
He most definitely can.
5-8 for 6 Notts. Here's Wayne Parnell again, left arm round the wicket. This is lofted over extra cover for 4 as it runs away off the bat of Stephen Mullaney. It's a nice shot from the Notts captain. Gets Notts some much needed runs. Who we're talking as if it's a low total. It's not going to be a low total by any stretch of the imagination, but he's going to bowl the 20th. This is the 19th. Afridi on 3. Deleda into him. Afridi going for the big hit over mid-wicket, and he's got it. Now, did it have the distance? Just waiting, I think. Yes, it is. 6. I think Sue Redfern might have just been waiting for Ben Rain, I think it is, right out on the boundary, just to confirm whether or not it had crossed the rope or not. It was hit fairly flat from Shaheen Shah Afridi towards the Fox Road, and it's ended up. Dave's had a look with the binoculars and just confirmed, as this is outside off stump again and chopped away high in the sky by Mullaney, but safe for 1 bounce 4. As it bisects the fielders behind square on the offside. And these are good runs for Notts in the 19th over. 6 for Afridi earlier on, 4 now for Mullaney. Both of them moving on to 10, 173 for 6.
Nice little cameo this is from Stephen Mullaney.
And Parnell into Mullaney, who's lofted this over extra cover. 1 bounce 4, about a metre inside the rope. Not a nice shot, played with a straight bat by Mullaney, just lofted it over the fielders inside the circle. Over extra cover, over Leeds at extra cover, and when I say over, I mean way over. And then just 6. Good runs again. Parnell bowls, and Mullaney's done it again. Same sort of shot, less height this time, and so it's a bit flatter, so it bounces 2 or 3 times before it goes another 4 from Mullaney. And after 14 off the previous over, they've now taken 8 off the first 2 balls of the last over, and it's 184 for 6.
Looks like Notts are moving up towards that score that they were looking for at the very beginning.
Good timing from, it's Mullaney who's doing most of the big hitting. We thought it might be Afridi. Here's Parnell again, and he's done it again. This has gone very high out towards the Fox Road side of the ground, but it is taken on the rope. That went really high from Stephen Mullaney, and running round in front of the Fox Road stand on the cover boundary. And his little cameo is over. 21 he made in 13 balls. It's 184 for 7.
Well, nice little comeback from Wayne Parnell.
I think this is earlier on in the innings. This is hoisted up in the air again. There are 3 fielders converging on this from Calvin Harrison, and none of them can get there. There's a despairing dive forward.
It's going to hurt, unfortunately.
It was for 36 from his 4 overs. And the innings ends on 187 for 7.
Slip and play.
Yeah, I suppose we'll see that for many balls, but it's there at the moment. Here's Afridi once again, and this is lofted down the pitch and over Stephen Mullaney, safely over Stephen Mullaney for Durham's first boundary from Alex Lees. 4 to him. And 4 down the ground.
I agree. If he's going to carry on playing shots like that, I don't think we're going to be seeing Slip for much longer. In fact, he's just left.
He's gone. He's out.
2 balls. All 3.
Slip is gone to the point position. As in comes Afridi. It's a big swing and a miss, but it's a wide outside the off stump. as Dave Bracegirdle, my fellow commentator, alluded to a little bit earlier in the first innings, while Durham were having some wide problems. That's not the first we've seen Shaheen Shah Afridi bowl. In his Knott's career so far, tender as it is. And he comes again, left arm over. This is clipped high off his pads for 6. Felice into the aforementioned Fox Road stand, which Knott's failed to find in there a little bit later in the innings. But here is Samit Patel, reverse sweep, catch, great catch, diving away to his right. That's a fantastic take.
It was Jake Ball.
Jake Ball. But it is thanks to a superb diving catch away to his right, two-handed by Jake Ball. Jordan Pickford of his beloved Everton would have been pleased with that one. Great save, great catch. For 1, Durham, they need 188 to win. He's down the pitch again now, Clark, and he's lofted this straight down the throat of Calvin Harrison at mid-wicket. It's a second wicket for Notts inside the first 3 overs, and Durham is 17 for 2. Clark is gone for 3, following the twin spin of Samit Patel and Matt Carter. He is doing the trick.
Really nicely bowled. Clark looking to advance down the track and take Matt Carter on. Hasn't got any of that. And
overs disappearing fast from a Durham perspective as Robinson faces Patel, but he's got this away through the offside. That's beaten the man, beaten the 2 men, cover an extra cover inside the circle and away and through for 4 runs.
Really nice cricket shots. Hasn't tried to hit that too hard, just nicely timed through the offside, beats the
27 for 2. Samit Patel once more, and again it's cut away. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. It's going to get 4 for Durham. Joe Clark was diving to stop it and probably would have done. We will never know, because as it was chopped away through the offside, it's hit a divot on an old, a couple of quick wickets, and this is a towering shot which goes over mid-off. Shaheen Shah Afridi is mid-on rather. Shaheen Shah Afridi up inside the and 4. He moves on to 11. Carter is in again, just drops this one short, but it's down the leg side. It's a wide, and they take a run off it. And again, here at Trent Bridge, chasing 188 to win. So 147 more needed. Just under 10 and over. As Carter sees this next one crunched away through the covers.
From the pavilion end, here comes Jake Ball, restored to the starting lineup this evening after illness wiped him out on Saturday. Samit Patel got a wicket first ball. Can Jake Ball emulate him? And he has got a wicket. That's a super catch. Matthew Montgomery running backwards out of the circle at mid. It's Michael Jones who has to go, and what a return to the starting lineup for Jake Ball. Wicket first ball, Michael Jones out, tried to take Ball down 10 on strike. So he got a single. He's lifted this one away on the leg side, might well run away to mid-wicket for 4. It did indeed. It just seemed as if it was a bit of a false shot as Alex hails his competition. So he's taken 7 wickets so far in this year's competition. Comes in, bowls once more, driven away through the offside and away for 4. That's really good from Deleda. Ball crashes into the wall at the base of the Fox Road stand, going quickly from the bat, straight over the ropes and away for 4. Nice looking shot. Caps as Ball bowls again, hit away onto the leg side and away for 4. Well, I said 4, they're just checking on that one. In fact, it's gone all the way. That really was a very good shot indeed from Ollie Robinson. He's cleared the ropes just by a matter of inches. Shaheen Shah Afridi's out there. Ball after Notts posted 187 for 7. Harrison bowls. This is cut away for runs. It'll be 4 of them. Lovely looking shot from Baz Deleda. And this partnership gathering legs. 33 from 21, 78 for 3.
Calvin just missing his length, dropping a little bit on the short side and offering a little bit of a point for
on the board here. As Patel starts a new over, he's bowled him! Robinson tries to pull this ball from Samit Patel away on the leg side, misses it, and he's cleaned up. And Patel, who got a wicket with his first ball of the evening, now comes back and gets a wicket with the first ball of his third. It's 80 for 4, and that might be a big fish he's caught there in his net. Robinson bowled Patel for 27.
Well, Patel fires this one down. Robertson
running between umpire Redfern and the stumps. Bowles. Turner has gone big. Hales down there. Catches Alex Hales is the cry. Alex Hales does catch it. And Patel's got two in the over and runs away towards the Fox Road side of the ground.
I know they don't talk about having a sighter anymore, but goodness me, Ashton Turner, have a little bit of a look. That's a great catch from Jake Ball on the boundary. Had to be a win.
He comes to conclude his third over. Oh my word, that's been spoiled a little bit. Wow, says Kyle. Wow, I agree. Parnell hits Patel into the members. Big six, 88 for 5, and Durham aren't finished yet at the halfway stage of their innings. They're only 10 behind where Notts were. If they can find a little bit of a partnership here, potentially involving Wayne Parnell.
Now Mullaney goes back to the circle. An extra cover. That is a brilliant piece of captaincy, because that is exactly where Wayne Parnell chips the ball up to. And between him and Samit Patel, the spinners have accounted for 5 of Durham's 6 wickets. Parnell goes for 8, big wicket, 91 for 6. Deleda on 29. And is pulling this one away, and he's got more than that as he plays it through mid-wicket for a 2 bounce 4. Away it runs towards the hover cover. The field in front of the William Clark stand away to our right hand side. A retrieving job is all that Calvin Harrison can do. As Deleda gets 4 more, and he's on to including these 2 sides. Here's Mullaney. And this is a huge hit towards us down the pitch. Kane Deleda hammers it into the Radcliffe Road stand over long on in the end for 6. It looked as if it was sailing through our window for a second, but it actually was a bit higher than that and then steepled downwards, but still cleared the ropes by a long way. Big hit. 43.
Harrison's second over comes in from the pavilion end. Bowles helped away onto the leg side. It's going to fall safe, but inside the boundary rope. Colin Munro over there, scampering round to his left. Can't stall. Bowles at the pads. And he comes then round the wicket, past umpire Middlebrook. Bowles, and Deleda slams it away for 4 through the offside this time, through extra cover. Certainly gives the ball a meaty wallop. Past Deleda. Starved really of too many opportunities to get to the crease in this competition so far. He's very much enjoying himself out there at Trent Bridge. Moves on to 58th and Souter and Brandon Glover to come as ball bowls to Travaskis. Scoops this away and Samit Patel takes the catch. Jake Ball has got Travaskis, who just tried to be too cute, too funky. Tried to get him. Well, 17 and over, 51 from 3, and Shaheen Sharafridi comes into bowl. This one's slammed into the offside. It should be caught, and Mullaney gets it. Nice grab by Mullaney. Both feet off the ground at extra cover, and Deleda goes for 58.
We see so many players play it nowadays. The reverse scoop. Travaskis trying to do that, hasn't got nearly enough of that. Samit Patel running around takes a very
and with him possibly Durham's hopes. 137 for 8, and a Fridi as he has done in every single game for the Outlaws amongst the wickets.
well. I did say that
more than most of the sides on 8 points, 2 clear and some of them, as this is hit, it will go for 4 by Rain. Told you he could hit a bad ball. Drilled that low full toss from Afridi away for 4 runs. 144 for 8. Rain has 6, Souter has 2. We've had Durham and all over the northeast listening, not just in Newcastle, as Rain has sliced this away for 4. That's a good start for him. He didn't mean it to go there, but if you swing the bat, make kind, it'll be 3 wins in a row. Rain has got hold of that one, and that's heading towards the city centre, or is it? Alex Hales on the rope. Hales will catch it! Mighty blow and a mighty catch at the end of it. And Rain goes for 11 and 9, and there's not much now between Notts and top of the table glory.
Well, Dave, I agree with you. I thought that was...
Brandon Glover is on strike, and he's run his first ball away for 4. So he's not given up the ghost. Didn't have the best of times with the ball earlier. Brandon Glover sent down I think it was something like a 10 ball over, 3 overs, none for 38 is at the crease. Afridi into Souter, Bowls now, and Sauter deflects it. Fine, it'll be a single, but Notts have won, and Notts are going to go top of the North Group. They've restricted Durham to 161, and they've won this by 26 runs. A whole team performance from Notts. They struggled really at stages in their innings before posting 187, with Monroe making 49, Hales 39, Sauter terrific with the ball with 4 wickets, but then Notts have just managed to keep a lid on things when Durham began their chase. 3 wickets for Jake Ball, 3 for Samit Patel, a couple for Carter, and 1